super middleweight championship of the world. Sponsored by Hennessy. Never stop, never settle. Air Force Reserve. Tecate. Bet Online. O'Reilly. Sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Chairman Rick Figueroa, Executive Director Brian Francis, Program Manager Greg Alvarez. Also sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Mauricio Suleiman. The World Boxing Organization, President Francisco Paco Barcarcel, and the World Boxing Association, President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, and also recognition by the prestigious Ring Magazine title belt. Max DeLuca and Glenn Feldman. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Mark Tibbs, wearing green and blue. Official weight, 167.8 pounds. His professional record is a perfect one. 30 fights, 30 victories, including 14 wins by knockout. He's a two-time world champion from Hatfield, England, the super middleweight fighting pride of the United Kingdom, the former undefeated middleweight world champion, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO super middleweight champion of the world, the superb Billy Joe Saunder. And fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, wearing white trimmed with blue, officially weighing in at 167.4 pounds. As a professional, 55 victories, including 37 wins by knockout, only one defeat 7.5 years ago with 2 draws. He's a 4-division, 5-time world champion, considered by many to be pound for pound the best in the world, former 2-time light middleweight world champion, former middleweight world champion, former light heavyweight world champion, the reigning, defending Ring Magazine, WBA, WBC super middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros de la Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, presentando al 5 veces campeón del mundo, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Let's clear the ring. Mr. Saunders, Mr. Alvarez, we've already gone over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Punches right here and up are going to be good, Saunders. Punches right here and up are going to be good. Alvarez, touch gloves, choque guantes, buena suerte.
It's somewhat cliche to suggest that Billy Joe Saunders raises his game to the level of his opposition, but he says he does. His trainer Mark Tibbs says he does.
Saunders,
can he raise his game enough to be the first fighter since Floyd Mayweather to beat Canelo Alvarez? We're about to find out.
Not only has Billy Joe Saunders relished being the underdog this week, he's embellished it, saying this would be the biggest upset in 20 years, despite Canelo only being a 5-1 favorite. Saunders has decried this as the modern-day David versus Goliath.
Ready?
Well, you could go with that because Canelo really is that infuriating. I mean, he's such a big force in the ring. For him to dethrone Canelo, it really would be something ridiculously special.
Let's see if he can do it. Saunders in the green and blue trunks with the yellow gloves. Canelo in the teal.
Saunders with that wide stance, that wide southpaw stance. He has an excellent lethal left hand. could turn into an uppercut. Watch out for the right hooks. Saunders has a lot of weapons at his disposal.
You know, Carl, the biggest question for me is, can Saunders show something other than the jab? 54% of the punches that Saunders lands are jab. That number jumps into the high 60s when he's in super middleweight. I think he's going to have to show something else beyond the jab to win this fight.
Canelo called this a difficult fight, Sergio, but he thinks he's going to figure BJ out.
No, I was surprised when Eddie Reynoso and Canelo said that we're going to take him out in the 8th, 9th, or 10th. I never heard Canelo use a prediction, but they have so much confidence in the work they put in.
First punch from Canelo is an uppercut. Another jab from Saunders. Carl, how much different do you notice Canelo's style changes when he fights a southpaw?
Well, he's obviously a little bit more cautious. Doesn't want to throw anything because he knows that counter left cross will be coming back to him. Joe Saunders here, just out of range, but he's in the danger zone when he backs up here into the corner and against them ropes. He doesn't want to be there.
And you can tell the crowd will roar every time Canelo throws a punch.
That's right, and that will have an influence with the judges. That did look aggressive. Back Billy Joe up there into the corner and threw that heavy body shot.
Saunders looking really sharp with that right hand. When he got against the ropes, he bumped Canelo off. That was a good veteran move on Saunders' part.
I want to welcome those of you joining us in over 200 countries around the world. Of course, also in the United Kingdom, good morning to you. Billy Joe Saunders trying to pull off the upset here in Arlington, Texas.
Heavy body shot landed by Canelo.
Canelo backed Saunders up there, put him on the ropes almost, and then really loaded up with that big body shot. If you're on the end of that, and you're feeling it, and you're thinking, right, what else is coming back? Billy Joe, to be fair to him, was trying to get behind that jab. Trying to make things happen for himself.
It's in the books. Let's see if they pick up the pace here in the second.
Pedestrian's going to be good for Billy Joe Saunders. If he can keep Canelo from exploding with the combinations, keep him at the end of that jab, that's the game plan for Billy Joe.
Well, he started this round a little bit more purposeful behind that jab. He realised he needs to just be busy with the jab, because if he sits back and does nothing, Canelo's able to just close him down and unload it with a power shot. He doesn't want to do that.
Canelo looking for a right uppercut. He threw it twice already. Dangerous punch, but if it lands against the southpaw, that's a hard money punch that he can land.
You know, I was talking to Austin Trout this morning about how he fought Canelo and what he wants to see for Billy Joe Saunders. He said Saunders just needs to keep going in and out and try to time Canelo when he moves in. I said, can Saunders do that? He said, yes, but you have to do it for 12 rounds.
Straight right hand connects for Canelo. The crowd roars.
And he said, Canelo is just relentless.
Let him go, Saunders. Don't hold. Break.
Eddie Reynoso, the trainer for Canelo, says, listen, I don't usually make predictions. I don't tell you what Canelo is going to do or what I think he's going to do. However, after all the trash talk Billy Joe Saunders has given us, I think we're going to knock him out.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can kind of see the difference in the power of the punches immediately. When Canelo lets his shots go, they seem to overwhelm Billy Joe almost immediately. Billy needs to be busier. He needs to put threes and fours together and then get out of range.
And Carl, anytime a southpaw fights an orthodox fighter, that front foot battle is key.
It is, yeah, trying to get the foot on the outside, and you know, sometimes standing on the foot happens with these southpaws. But Billy Joe moving to his right, away from Canelo's right hand there, which is a good move. But that left hook can come over the top if he's not careful. He's got to concentrate constantly, but these big shots from Canelo, he's not really.
Oh, there's a right hand that moves him back.
Good work from Canelo there.
Canelo's looking for that counter right uppercut. He's already missed it 3 times, but he's thrown it with a lot of power. And there it is again, to the body.
This crowd has come alive. They've been waiting a couple of hours, but here they are.
A lot of feinting by Canelo. Really impressed with his foot feints. Billy Joe's not falling for them yet.